What's up? Kurter85, and we are back again with a banger. This one is gonna be best of 2024, sorry. We're not in the future yet, don't worry. You didn't miss a year. It's still 2024. I just messed up, and that's on me. But, I want to preface with saying this year, in my opinion, was not a good year for movies in general. Obviously, you're about to see my favorites, and I think that these are like the best. Is there something on my shirt? I'm sorry, ignore that. Obviously, these are like my favorites of the year, and there were obviously great movies this year, but not that many. And even some of my best have things that I don't love. So, hoping better for 2025. 2023 was really good. But before I start, I'm going to give a few little shout-outs. Cuckoo with Hunter Schafer. Really good. I actually really liked it. I thought it had some great horror sequences. I thought it wasn't as confusing as people made it out to be. I just thought it got a little muddy with like its messaging and stuff. But Hunter Schafer was great, and yeah. The Bike Riders with Austin Butler. Very slow, meditative, sad, and good. Just a solid movie, but not really something that blew me away, I guess. Doom Part 2, it was really good. Very big, very grand. Still have yet to be super impressed. I still think Timothée Chalamet is kind of a weird cast. That's probably a lot of hate. I still really liked it. Don't get me wrong. It's just, it feels a little like it's hitting me over the head, and I don't know. Long Legs, very good. I really liked Long Legs. Waiting for Osgood Perkins to do something more, I think after the climax, the like midpoint climax, mid to late point climax, it doesn't really go anywhere, and it doesn't really know what to do with itself. So, but Cowboy Spaney, amazing. Sorry I'm sniffling, by the way. I think I'm a little sick, but that's okay. And then also shout out to Furiosa. Furiosa, very good. Obviously, can't live up to Mad Max Fury Road, but Furiosa, very action-packed, very cool. I was sad about how much digital effects were used, especially because of how like practical Fury Road was, and how that was like kind of the thing that made it so cool. And then they're like, no, we're not going to do that as much. I don't know. But we're here. We're at my top 10. Top 10. Number 10, Robot Dreams. Robot Dreams kills. It is the only animated movie on this list, and there's a reason. It's because it is super sweet. It is one of the best uses of September I've ever heard in a movie, and I think it does shockingly a lot with no talking. It's like the first part of WALL-E, but forever, and also cute times a million. And it's just a story about a robot and his dog that love each other. And I thought it actually really moved me at parts. I think I might have cried during this. Maybe not. I teared up a little bit, at least, just because how fun the art is, and how just well executed the script is without words. So I really liked it. Okay, number 9 is Kinds of Kindness by Yorgos Lanthimos. Wow, what a weird one, am I right? What an oddity. I think with any what is the word where it's different stories? Anthology movie. There's gonna be weaker parts and better parts. I think it's really hard to make a good, like, all the way through anthology. So that's where this comes to. It's like one of the sections I think I remember not loving as much, and I think it is too long, whatever. But everything else I loved. The casting, incredible, all-star cast. This is Yorgos Lanthimos being his freakiest. Like, this is some freak shit in this movie, and I love it. It's good, and I think Emma Stone is one of the best muses out of any, like, muse director combo. And her, like, vibe is very clearly on this movie as well. Like, her scenes, you can tell, it feels like she was able to do some things with herself, with her character. And the ending is amazing. The ending of the whole thing is incredible. And also Jesse Plemons gets a chance to, like, really, really shine in this movie. And I really appreciate that, because he's always been one of my favorites ever since I'm thinking of ending things. It's just, like, I'm always looking for him. And it was just, I was first in the seat to see this, because I loved him. Yeah. What is this? 8. Wow, I'm really having trouble with this. Number 8 is I Saw the TV Glow. This is the directorial sequel from Jane Chambreau. I really hope I said that right. And they killed it with this, but they didn't kill it as much as We're All Going to the World's Fair, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. And I think the problem that this one runs into... I'm talking so much about the problems. I'm sorry. I know I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop after this one. But I have to address my problems with I Saw the TV Glow. I think it's too grand. And I think Jane on a smaller scale just comes across better. Especially their, like, themes of, like... And this movie's obviously about transness, but I think those themes come across better on a smaller scale, at least in the last case. But absolutely love everything else that they're doing here. Colors are incredible. It's one of the most colorful movies I've seen recently. And color needs to be brought back to most movies. I think there's been a lack of color overall in a lot of movies, and it's starting to come back. This is a big part of it. And I think the ending is really great and also really bleak and really scary. And I think it really works well as a double meaning, as, like, people that don't necessarily deal with, like, transness and trans issues can still see it as, like, just an existential movie about aging and missing opportunities. And I think it's really well written too. I just think there's a couple, like, parts that are also kind of cringy, and, like, the addressing the camera parts are not my favorite, but really great follow-up. I can't wait to see what's next, you know, type shit. Number 7 is Anora by Sean Baker, starring Mikey Madison. Mikey, this is amazing. Mikey, you're doing amazing in this. I really don't have anything bad to say about this movie. I think it deals with sex work in a really delicate and great way, and I think Mikey kills it. I think everybody really kills it. I think Sean Baker's tone on this is really good. I think his signature, you know, motifs are implemented really well, and I think it's just a great movie, really solid. Maybe just not as, like, elevated and expansive as I kind of wanted it to be. And that might be just something I need to rewatch it for and kind of appreciate for what it is at the moment. But to me, there were parts of it that felt kind of lingery and kind of, like, vapid. Hate to say that word, but I absolutely loved it. And I think vapid was a bad word. I don't think it's vapid. Just, like, blank, kind of, yeah. This next one, number 6, I'm not going to linger on for too long because it was a film festival movie, but Vulcania was amazing. Very small indie movie that was just about, you know, 2 friends that go on a camping trip, and there's a secret, like, ritual that they have to follow and the aftermaths of it. And I think it's a really good movie about guilt and shame and wanting to be released from your past, and it was great. I don't know if it's available to watch anywhere. If it is, definitely recommend. But yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Number 5, top 5, blah, 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 top 5, 5, How to Have Sex. Great movie, and I'm not even a woman, and I know how good this movie is. It's technically made amazingly, especially for a debut. It's like so like sensual, I want to say. Like, it's very close up and very like personal, and I think its subject matter is very sensitive, but the way it deals with it is so smart and relatable, and it's just a really great portrayal of like the experience of what women go through. And I'm not one to talk about that, I obviously, but you know, I don't know, it's just really great, and it's just like a movie that's oozing with like empathy and care, and it's just one of the most careful movies I've ever seen too. Yeah, so really liked it. Number 4 is going to be A Different Man, starring Sebastian Stan. And you didn't say anything. And Rainsif. Sorry. This one was heavy too. It definitely deals a lot with like, hold on. You know what? I'm going to read my review on this. I'm going to go to my review. I'm going to go to it to remember exactly what I thought about it. I thought it was tender, honest, and really tragic at the end. And this is stupid. I think it's just I'm going to click out of that. I think it's just a really important movie about self-image and how important it is to embrace who you are instead of trying to change everything. And obviously I don't think it's elevated to where it's like, it's in a different world. It's in a world of its own. And it's just really good. I'm sorry if I'm kind of coming across, that's kind of my whole thing is rambling, but this one just really killed it, and I think very empathetic performance from Sebastian Stan. I think he's just killing it in everything he's in. So, next, number 3, top 3. Number 3 is going to be Challengers. Yes, I'm on the Challenger hype train. Get on it! Get on it! Get on it! Get on it! Get on the Challengers hype train right now, because there's a reason that it's existing. This movie is actually sick as fuck, and I don't care what anybody says. It's so coolly directed. The camera work is so cool. Zendaya, bruh. Oh my gosh. Zendaya kills it. And so does everybody else. Oh my gosh. It's like, the metaphor of mental tennis is such a cool idea. Like, how she loses... Sorry, I'm like scratching my armpit so much. That's weird. She loses her ability to play her sport. So she plays her sport almost like a video game with these two men. It's so cool. It's such a cool idea. I was skeptical of Luca because I was like, he's putting out too many movies. They can't be all good, but so far they are. I don't care. And he's killing it with this. He is showing that he's like prepared for directing this many movies, and I think it's really cool. Okay, number 2. This was my most anticipated movie of the year, and it paid. The Substance. Bah! The Substance. You know, the sound it makes. This one is life-changing. This is a life-changing movie, straight up. I think Coralie Farge made Revenge, and I loved it. And that's why I was so excited for this. And this just amps everything from Revenge up a notch. Margaret Qualley and Demi Moore give some of the best performances of the year. They're not going to get nominated, obviously, but they should be. And I think the way it attacks, like, aging, and especially in the Hollywood industry, but also in just society as a whole, is so, like, obvious, but trying to be, like, subtlety was never a part of the idea. And the way that she, like, just beats you over the fucking head with it until it all just explodes on itself is just so cool. And I think I don't really understand the haters. I just can't really get behind what most people are saying. I think the ending is one of the coolest endings ever. I think the over-the-topness of it perfectly matches the entire tone of the movie. Like, as soon as you enter the movie, before anything freaky happens, it's, like, abrasive and in your face and weird. Like, it's bones scrunching and mouth chewing and close-ups and 0.5s, and it's just, the whole movie is batshit, and the addition of this substance only adds on to it, and it's, like, so cool, so well executed, and just the aging, and especially women in the industry, and it's just so good. Y'all, I don't know who hasn't seen The Substance yet. I mean, like, come on, go see The Substance if you can handle that shit. All right, this is my number one pick. Number one, and I actually understand if you don't know it, but this was a movie release as well as The Substance. Movie's been killing it, but my number one spot is Do Not Expect Much from the End of the World, directed by Radu Jude. This one is my movie of the year. It's a really great critique of capitalism and the positions that people are put in because of capitalism, and it's so cool. It's one of the best acted. The main lead performance is really good, and I think its length just is so great about, it's so well representative of, like, the length of, like, capitalism and the day, and I sound like a nerd. Sorry, but I just can't get over this movie. I saw it like 6 months ago, and I need to rewatch it because it's so good, but I didn't have time. But if you don't know about this movie, just go watch it. It's very, like, it's meditative, kind of, but also funny. It's funny as fuck. Like, the main character has an entire Andrew Tate alter personality that she posts on Instagram to get money from people, named Bobinski, that she has, like, a bald filter on. Like, it's funny as fuck, but it's also really good and really sad, too, and relatable, also, and just it's kind of like a day in the life kind of movie, and it absolutely killed it. Like, that's my number one movie of the year. It doesn't really come close. I mean, it's up there by a lot, and it just is, it has such a unique voice of its own, and it feels so genuine, like it comes from somebody that lived this exact life. Like, it looks like it could be like a exact day. The use of color in this movie, shockingly colorful for what it's doing, like what it's about. It finds amazing uses of, like, color and black and white as well. Like, black and white is used to represent parts, and color is used to represent other parts, and it's so cool. It's just, like, the coolest shit ever. So, if you haven't checked that out, go watch it. Go get Mubi, not sponsored, but Mubi has some bangers on it. Also has The Substance, so, you know, they're cranking out bangers. That's my list for the year. I don't think anything else is coming out that's really going to be that great to me. Wicked? I mean, we'll see, but I think that's going to be my list for the year, and if anything changes or if there's anything I miss, scream at me. Scream at me. All right. Kurtzer85, out.